Remember when I said earlier, I've never seen so many cowards and black men in this business? I would have to put my brother Tyler Perry in that. When you go to T.D. Jakes' church, and I watch you write a check for $1 million in front of the congregation, and you give it to this man, was that for the congregation to give more money? Or was that really genuine?
Grab your popcorn, because Monique isn't holding back and things are about to get really juicy. You assumed Hollywood was a land of glitz and glamour, right? Think again. So we all know Monique has been coming after Tyler Perry, airing all of his dirty laundry. But now she's hinting that there's more, and it appears to implicate none other than T.D. Jakes. Yes, you heard it correctly, T.D. Jakes. There are rumors that Tyler Perry and T.D. Jakes could be involved in some shady activity, and it's reportedly worse than anything we've heard thus far. Tyler Perry is also rumored to be making significant threats against Monique for bringing these alleged crimes with TD to light. Jakes. But guess what? Monique isn't backing down. She's tearing down all the curtains, and rumor has it she's about to spill the entire tea. What exactly is Monique trying to reveal about these two? Buckle up, because we're about to get into the scandal of the century. So Tyler Perry and TD Monique is suddenly giving Jakes the side eye, despite the fact that he is normally the guy she looks to for inspiration. She's implying that there's a deeper tale behind the surface, something beyond the glitz and glam we generally associate with these two. Monique's spill paints a Hollywood picture that reaches far beyond showbiz. She's not holding back, throwing shade at these industry titans, implying that their behind-the-scenes lives may not be as spotless as the polished pictures they give to the public. And we all know Monique won't back down from a challenge. Now here's the tea. There are speculations that Tyler Perry may have given TD some cash. Jakes should keep silent regarding some shady business. Remember the $1 million donation to TD Jakes' church? According to the rumor, it was not intended for the Sunday collection. It could have been a hush money arrangement. And this isn't completely out there because TD Jakes has raised eyebrows for not falling into the traditional pastor mold. Instead of preaching, he's all about the money, stating that even God supports piling cash. Plus, let's be honest, he lives the celebrity lifestyle, rubbing elbows with A-listers more than the ordinary churchgoer. TD Jakes also hangs out with celebrities like Diddy, attending his parties and all. And, unless you've been living under a rock, you're aware that Diddy's parties are often fraught with scandal. So, what's the issue with a preacher going into that scene? Let's break it down quickly. So, after Cassie settled her feud with Bad Boy Records' Diddy, this TikTok fan made some shocking comments. Cassie reportedly turned over more information to the FBI, including tapes from Diddy's wild parties and Ken Porter's secret phone. Here's the most amazing part. The TikTok user claims there is an email pointing accusations at Diddy's close friend, Pastor T.D. Jakes. According to TikTok, there's a video circulating in which a man reveals that Cassie leaked footage of Diddy's wild parties, which included not only T.D. Jakes, but a slew of other celebrities. And things apparently became somewhat outrageous, including as sleeping with several men during the soirees. This is insane, right? The email reads, "So I want to get you up to speed on the true nature of Diddy and Bishop Jakes' relationship. But first, let us clarify that Bishop Jakes is not of God. He is probably a Freemason, as was Diddy. And I say he was, because it appears that he has lost his protection, privileges, and power. But make no mistake, the devil continues to speak for his soul. He will never be able to overcome or avoid that brutal reality. Anyway, I've heard Diddy and Jakes hid the true nature of their connection. The email states that Kim Porter claimed TD in June 1983. Jakes was accused of having an affair with a young man less than a year after marrying his wife. The word is that the whole event was somehow hushed up. Fast forward to 1999, when someone threatened to reveal Jakes' secret. He mysteriously vanished. Pastor Blank reveals that the dude was paid off to keep quiet. 2 years later, the same individual is found dead with a gunshot wound to the head. Talk about sketchy, right? No names, however. This all took place at Emmanuel Temple of Faith in Smithers, West Virginia. According to rumors, Jake's hometown residents claim he has always kept a low profile with men, and there is even mention of an older pastor grooming him. When Jake attends Diddy's parties, rumor has it that he consumes copious amounts of alcohol and smokes cigars in an exclusive area of the house. Now, just because he's in a private, invite-only area does not mean he's off the radar. Apparently, he is still being watched. Oh, and the bishop's wife never attends Diddy's parties, and rumor is that she is well aware of what is going on. People claim she has questioned why she has never been on the guest list. But remember, these are simply some outlandish accusations flying around on social media. There's no hard evidence. Now, there's this clairvoyant on TikTok who reportedly predicted all this mayhem about 2 years ago. She went on a rant about TD Jakes being a Freemason, signing occultic oaths, and belonging to a brotherhood that serves Satan as his true boss. According to her, he uses his abilities to screw with people's heads. Oh, and here's the twist. She predicted that Jakes would be embroiled in one of the largest scandals of all time, claiming that he isn't precisely straight, and that the entire affair will revolve on his sexual orientation. It's mind-blowing, right? While there is no evidence to back up Jake's assertions, this is not his first rodeo-related issue. Jake's son, Jermaine, was arrested in 2009 for allegedly engaging in indecent behavior in Keats Park in Dallas. Fast forward to last year, and there is more drama. Jake's daughter's estranged husband was accused of doing extremely bad things with their adoptive daughter. Tyler Perry is accused by several straight men of pushing them into gay roles, which is interfering with their careers. Talk about drama, right? So actor and voice coach Brandon Jay revealed on TikTok that filming just one episode of Perry's Meet the Browns was the most difficult job he'd ever had. According to Jay, one day on Perry's set is equivalent to a week of shooting elsewhere. And if that isn't enough, he claims Perry is known for tossing last-minute script changes at the performers, forcing them to learn on the spot. Jay, who auditioned for the role of Jeffrey, a tormented high school student, discloses everything. So, the actor realized Tyler Perry didn't like the initial script. That meant everyone had to hustle to memorize new lines on the spot, all of which were chosen by the big boss. According to Jay, Perry went completely impromptu, changing the entire script while giving the words to the performers. And, if you didn't catch on quickly, Perry would drop the "you're fired" bomb. But it does not end there. As Jade rushes to write those new lines, Perry decides out of nowhere that Jay's character will be gay and crush on his high school antagonist. Yes, this is not what Jay signed up for during his audition. Perry drops the bombshell. I want Jeffrey to be gay and develop a crush on his bully. Isn't this crazy? In the second installment of the saga, Jay reveals that his immediate reaction was to contact his agent, who basically told him,
I have an entire new script with all new lines, pages and pages and pages. I have an hour to learn this stuff. My agent was like, absolutely not. If Brandon doesn't feel comfortable with playing this character, then he can walk from this, because you don't have to do anything that you don't feel comfortable doing.
But after much deliberation, Jay concluded it was an opportunity he couldn't pass up. So despite Perry's last-minute change of making the character gay, Jay went on and portrayed the role. But wait, it becomes dark. Another identity has surfaced among Tyler Perry's alleged victims. This time, it's Christian Keys. The guy did not hold back. He posted a sad video to Instagram, detailing some significant power abuse in the industry. Get this, he spilled about a powerful man who allegedly boasted of having a group of young black males under his wing.
Same time, this person was harassing me for years. Multiple young black men on the payroll, and they just had to show up when he requested them to be there.
Here's where things get wild. Christian Keys has worked with Tyler Perry for nearly 2 decades, beginning with Diary of a Mad Black Woman in 2005 and continuing with the most recent television series, All the Queen's Men. As a result, everyone is making connections and speculating. Is Tyler Perry the mysterious figure in Christian's story? But let's keep things genuine. At this moment, everything we've heard is supposition. and only Christian Keys knows the truth about who that strong person is. He's been dropping hints, stating that he has the receipts and has even handed them over to the police. So we might just get the scoop on this enigma very soon. Let's now discuss the media style of comedy. It's unquestionably hilarious, but some argue that there's more to it. On Oprah's show, Dave Chappelle raised the subject of why so many Black performers create and play feminine characters. When I noticed that every Black male in the movies wears a dress at some point in their careers, I'll be connecting them. Like, why do all these brothers have to wear dresses? So Dave Chappelle spilled the beans on how he was asked to wear a frock in a movie starring Martin Lawrence.
Like when I connect dots that maybe shouldn't be connected, I don't know. But certain dots, like when I see that they put every Black man in the movies in a dress at some point in their career, I'll be connecting them down like, wow, all these brothers gotta wear a dress.
Dave just didn't get it, not because wearing a dress is a problem in and of itself, but because he felt the industry was pressuring Black artists to do whatever it takes to succeed. They kept hounding him until they realized he wouldn't move. Dave remarked that the entire event was eye-opening. It required being told to wear a dress for him to recognize his issue was not unique to him. Many other Black males had been urged to do the same. Martin Lawrence nailed it in Big Mama's House. Eddie Murphy did it in the Nutty Professor series. And Jamie Foxx made an unforgettable Ugly Wanda on In Living Color. The Wayans brothers take their hand at it with White Chicks. Oh, and let's not forget the less successful Juwanna Mann. Yes, some would want to forget that one. Tyler Perry stands out above the others. He's not just well known for his entertaining skills, but he also wields considerable power, particularly in conservative evangelical circles. What about his media franchise? Talk about great success and praise in the entertainment industry. Tyler Perry responded to Dave Chappelle in an interview, saying, "I am not a guy who enjoys wearing a dress, but as an actor, it is a costume. It's like going to Walmart. You put on your uniform. For me, it's about putting on a uniform, going out, making people laugh, pulling them up, and encouraging them. That is how I see it." Then there are Tyler Perry's casting decisions and how he presents characters in his films. There's no disguising the fact that Black actors are frequently cast as villains in his films. Take Steve Harris in Perry's classic, Diary of a Mad Black Woman. He plays Charles McCarter, a prosperous lawyer who proves to be far from the ideal husband. Surprisingly, he tells his wife about another lady in his life, then proceeds to treat her like trash, eventually kicking her out. If you've been watching Tyler's movies and series, you may have noticed a tendency. Many of the unlikable characters are extremely abusive to women. People are expressing their voices in alarm over this situation. A fall from Grace stars Crystal Fox as Grace Waters. She's been through a lot with her ex-husband's affair and decides to give love another chance with Maked Brooks. But surprise, surprise, as she grows closer to him, she discovers some very dark truths. Grace's path takes a twisted turn into love, betrayal, and the consequences of people's actions. Tyler Perry's films, such as Acrimony, are now frequently discussed on Twitter and other social media platforms. Some criticize Perry for consistently depicting the problems of Black women dealing with men's conduct in his films. Others, however, argue that he is simply bringing light on real-life difficulties that many Black women can identify with. So, conversations are raging, emphasizing how Perry's storytelling gets people talking about some fairly serious issues. One fan asked, "When will Tyler Perry make Black women happy? They are invariably sorrowful, victimized, and abused in his films. Why doesn't Tyler Perry want Black women to be happy, prosperous, and thriving?" While another stated, "I keep wondering why people complain about the pattern of Tyler Perry's films. He's utilizing his films to emphasize what Black women go through. Why is that wrong? Is this activism? Why are you complaining?"
Prophecy is a Freemason, that this man has taken occultic vows and that he is part of a brotherhood, that he is serving Satan, who is his true Lord. And the Lord said that Bishop T.D. Jakes will have one of the biggest scandals of all time in the Christian church.
Now, according to the Lord, Bishop T.D. Jakes will face one of the most serious scandals in the Christian church's history. Now, let's go into Monique's relationship with the top guns in the industry. So, a few months ago, Monique took the stage at the Apollo Theater and went off on Tyler Perry, director Lee Daniels, and Oprah Winfrey, accusing them of excluding her from Hollywood. The Oscar-winning actress was doing her comedic thing when she spoke out about her problematic relationships with Perry, Daniels, and Winfrey. Remember her from Daniels' 2010 picture Precious? Since then, she's only been in 4 films, which she blames on their whiteballing. She first revealed in 2015 that she had been blackballed by this group. Daniels responded to The Hollywood Reporter, saying that Monique's expectations during Precious did not always line with the campaign, which strained her relationship with Hollywood. So, during her Apollo set, Monique spilled some more information, claiming that the term blackballed isn't quite correct in her book. In her words, she said, "What is that black D connected to? That black man? So no, I was not blackballed. I was whiteballed by some black Ds who have no balls. Thank you, Mr. Lee Daniels. Thank you, Mr. Tyler Perry. Thank you, Miss OPR Winfrey." She continued, "See, I know they like to say, Monique, you talk too mother effing much. It would kill me not to reveal the truth. You don't pay me equally. You're not treating me fairly. So's asterisk my D if I had one." For reference, in 2009, Monique planned a press tour for the film Precious, which was co-produced by OPR and Tyler Perry. They hoped to capitalize on the excitement around her Oscar nomination. But here's the kicker. They weren't going to pay her for the trip, and she was already exhausted from filming. Monique opted not to go on the tour and instead spend time with her family. It felt like a simple call, and everyone seemed fine with it. She said, "OPR, I am doing a talk show. I'm on a comedy tour. I'm married and have children. I have some free time, which I intend to make the most of. So I am not going anywhere since I am not required to do so. I have done my part, so we mutually agree to disagree. Next thing I know, I'm considered difficult and difficult to work with." Fast forward a few weeks, and BM Media stories start popping up painting Monique as difficult to work with. Suddenly, no one wanted to cast her despite her Oscar win for her role in Precious. Imagine seeing all your hard work go down the drain. Monique began to realize someone was out to get her. In a recent interview with The Hollywood Reporter, she revealed that beloved filmmaker Lee Daniels claimed she was blackballed for not playing the game. For not playing the game, Monique has even called out OPR.